These are challenging times. Heroes of history, local landmarks, even the state flag face new scrutiny. Do they reflect today's values? As the South wrestles with its Confederate statues, Boston reconsiders its own conflicted spaces. This Lincoln Memorial in Park Square, a Confederate monument on George's Island, tributes to Christopher Columbus in the North End, and a fictional witch in Salem. Yawkey Way is renamed. Perhaps Faneuil Hall, paid for by the profits of the slave trade, is next.
Welcome to the Black Heritage Trail. I'm Ranger Al. I'm a National Park Service Ranger.
A point of undisputed pride here on Beacon Hill, the memorial to Robert Gould Shaw and the 54th Regiment, hailed as one of the nation's most important monuments.
This is the first African-American combat regiment to be raised during the American Civil War.
The bronze relief statue by renowned sculptor Augustus St. Gaudens marks the location where the Massachusetts Regiment marched off to war in 1863.
Guy on the horse, Colonel Robert Gould Shaw, grew up right down the street, part of an abolitionist family, quit Harvard at the beginning of the war to go and fight.
The story of the 54th inspired the 1989 Oscar-winning film Glory. Today, it inspires visitors and locals alike.
Boston's a city of a lot of firsts for blacks, and I don't think people know that.
The Shaw 54th Memorial is really important in so many ways, but you have to put it in context.
National Parks of Boston Superintendent Michael Creasy.
It was intentionally put here in front of the State House. It was intentionally put here to one of the greatest and first public parks in America, the Boston Common. And it was intentionally put here to be on the Black Heritage Trail and the Freedom Trails together.
Take a good look while you can. The monument, unveiled in 1897, will soon undergo a major renovation, a joint effort of the city, National Park Service, Museum of African American History, and the Friends of the Public Garden.
I am Liz Visa, Executive Director of the Friends of the Public Garden. We have for 49 years worked with the City of Boston to care for the Public Garden, the Boston Common, and Commonwealth Avenue Mall. The Shaw 54th Memorial is an amazing piece of public art, and in 1981, the Friends raised $200,000 to restore the monument and set up an endowment for its care. But despite that care, water has worked its way down from the top and has been deteriorating the foundation under the bronze.
The National Park Service had a matching grant program which had monies for looking at preserving nationally significant sites, and the Shaw Memorial was one of our largest and most significant grants.
We don't want to just restore this monument, we want to use it as a platform for dialogue. We are at a time when the whole question about monuments is very controversial. This monument we need to lift up because most people don't know the story of this monument.
It is the black community that is behind the monument in the first place. There is a black man whose name is Joshua Bowden Smith. He's a caterer, a businessman. He makes the first donations, and he wants it done in 1863, right after Fort Wagner.
The monument, in many ways, is ahead of its time.
St. Gaudens, who is the artist, initially wanted it to be Colonel Robert Shaw, who unfortunately fell at the Battle of Fort Wagner, July 18th, 1863. He wanted him to be the lone person in the monument, but it is the Shaw family that said, no, he needs the company of his men.
That company is based on New Yorkers St. Gaudens brought into his studio to model. The work took 14 years to complete.
So this is an extraordinary national treasure.
The hope is that when the restored monument returns, there will be a deeper understanding of what it signifies.
Served as a gleaming example of the courage and the fortitude of black troops.
In the centennial, 1997, when it was rededicated and celebrated, General Colin Powell came and spoke at the monument, and he said, I stand on the shoulders of the men behind me. If it wasn't for the 54th, I would not be standing here talking to you today.
The Boston Massacre Crispus Attucks Memorial sends a very strong message about how we have to remember our history and remember the events that took place in Boston and remember who actually participated in those events.
Crispus Attucks, an African-American man, was the first casualty in the Boston Massacre. Soon, a new memorial, The Embrace, brings more modern history to the Common.
We couldn't be more excited that the Common has been selected as the site to honor not only Dr. Martin Luther King, but also his wife, Coretta. This is where they met, they fell in love, and Dr. King had one of the most significant events ever on Boston Common, speaking to crowds of thousands.
The Embrace is scheduled to be completed in 2020. Its future home is also scheduled for a makeover.
Mayor Walsh has dedicated $28 million towards the renovation of Boston Common, and so we're looking at this comprehensively. We got to make sure that this park is good for the next generation of Bostonians going for the next century. I think this is a real opportunity for us to rethink the Common and what it means to everybody.
And tours of the Black Heritage Trail will continue through restoration.
And also there's an app in the work that will recount the story of the 54th Regiment. That should be great. By the way, next month, March 5th, marks the 250th anniversary of the Boston Massacre.
All right, a local champion forgotten no more.